All right, good morning everybody. Hello, ni hao ma, selamat pagi, g'day, how's it going? This year we're hoping for and planning for more project-based learning, more hands-on learning, more exciting things happening in the classroom, and having our parents enter into our school more during the school year. It's a very exciting year that we're looking forward to, and we hope that everybody enjoys it as much as our students will. So global perspectives is a fantastic subject. In education, one of the things that we talk about is the idea of acting locally but thinking globally. That means taking a big idea but looking at how does that impact me where I live right now. So global perspectives is that subject that helps students to understand what's happening in the big world, and to help them to understand also that the things that are happening in the big world are also things that are happening to them, and that they're not powerless. They actually have power to change things in their own country, to change things in their own city, to change things in their own school. But by changing things in their own school, it changes things in the city and it changes things in the country, and it can change the whole world. So global perspectives is that conduit to the outside world, so that they are exploring things as a national in this country, but getting the big ideas from the international community. As a subject, global perspectives is like many other subjects. It has its own curriculum. It has things that get covered from year to year to year. But the difference for many students is how that's done. So in some subjects you learn content, and you learn it and you give it back on a test, and that's okay. But in global perspectives, you take big ideas, you take content, you develop a project, you collaborate with other people, you debate, you discuss, you communicate. So it's more about an interaction and a sharing of ideas than it is just about taking in ideas and giving them back to the teacher. It's an incredible subject to have students think about and use their own language, but also think about and use new languages like English and new information from overseas, and integrate that with what they know about their own country. So that's the advantage of doing a subject like global perspectives. So in the classroom activities range from the direct teaching and sharing from the teacher to highly interactive lessons that the students are involved in. Now these could be things like creating a project, or working with a friend on a project, or debating, or reaching out and doing active research in the community. It could be reaching out to local governments or international governments. It's a lot of project-based learning, but also presentation. So not only are the students taking in information, but they're giving the information out. And this part of the learning, like being the producer of the knowledge, that's very, very important. So this is what this subject does. It gives the students the opportunity to learn and to use that learning with their own voice to make their world a better place. Global perspectives teachers have two roles. One is about the content and the curriculum, and the other is about the facilitation of that. So a good global perspectives teacher is somebody who can help the students by facilitating through that process of project-based learning, helping them to become inquiry-based. They are somebody who has a world knowledge, and they're non-judgmental, and they're able to talk about different aspects of the world just as fact, and guide the students to an understanding that they don't necessarily have in their own country. So it's about exposure. These people understand how to create projects and how to help students change their thinking and the way that they produce their knowledge. So as well as encouraging students to discuss and to debate and to research and to think about the topic that they're working on, we want people who are empathetic and that they can help students grow their thinking. We also want people who are able to have the students find the best way of publication. Now that publication might be a paper, it might be a project that's on a poster, it might be a multimedia presentation, it might be a song. These teachers know there is a broad range of possible publication forms, and they encourage their students to choose the best one for how to get their message across to the audience. The things that make me most proud about our global perspectives and what that does in the education of the students is that it helps students to think differently about the world. It helps them to become better communicators. It helps them to become better connected and more empathetic and more thoughtful global citizens. And that's the goal of our program. So we know that the curriculum is delivered to the students, but it's not necessarily contained. The students have the ability then to take an idea given to them by the teacher and take it in a particular direction that they're interested in. This is what I'm proud of. When students see something in the curriculum and they connect it to their own thinking, they connect it to their own need to change the world. So the thing that we're most proud of is that what we are creating is not just learners. We're creating leaders, and we are creating informed citizens, and we're creating global change makers. And that makes me very proud. At the moment, we're preparing for students to come back to Riverside and to come back to Saigon South and to come back into the Victoria system. The teachers are very, very excited about this. Schools are a different place when the students aren't in it. But when the students come back, it really becomes the difference between a house and a home. And we love our students and we can't wait for them to come back. We are fully prepared and we are just waiting for them to come back. We're sure that the activities and the curriculum and the environment that we have for the students this year is going to be so much more than it was last year. And last year was fantastic. So we have very, very high expectation for this year. And we're waiting for the kids to come back, so come on back.